You're back on the air with Eric and Robin Gagnon, the restaurant brokers, and you're listening to We Sell Restaurants. We'd like to take a moment and thank one of our sponsors, today's restaurant, the food service industry newspaper. Today's restaurant is the trade newspaper for the industry in Georgia and Florida. Their publication is available in both print and online. We've been talking about trends in the restaurant industry. Eric, we've got another guest today. Why don't you tell us who it is?
Sure, Robin. We are joined today by Robb Stanek. Robb is the Regional Sales Manager for Powerhouse Dynamics, a company who specializes in helping QSRs, fast casual restaurant, and other small commercial facilities measure, analyze, and manage their energy consumption and reducing dollars spent on energy. He has over 20 years of experience in helping clients find solutions to meet their needs and also holds a degree in engineering. Robb, thank you for joining us today.
Great. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Okay, we're talking trends, and the thing about conserving energy, we've been going into this green thing for a decade now, but it's not just conserving energy and being part of a movement. There's also real cost savings involved. Is that why this seems to be like a tidal wave trend that just has no end?
You're correct. We're seeing a lot of sustainability with a focus on energy because you can translate that savings into real dollars, and there are real dollars to be found out there.
Okay, now you got our curiosity up.
Yeah, I mean, are you seeing? Let's talk about appliances because everybody, as
Sure.
restaurant brokers, we walk in the kitchen, we see everything from a 1964 fryer still been patched up to the brand new state of the art. I wouldn't know how to turn it on, so we see everything in between. Do you see the manufacturers adjusting to energy consumption of their product, or they're just looking to make it more space age looking?
Well, we see a little bit of both. We're definitely seeing a trend towards more energy efficient products, which is helpful. I think the challenge for our clients is a lot of them have equipment that they may have inherited, they may have purchased some time ago. They have no real idea how much that's costing them on an annual basis. They just pay the bill at the end of the month and hope it's not bigger next month. So what we're doing is we're trying to give them tools to allow them to actually understand how much each piece in their equipment in the restaurant is using. There's HVAC controls that are really big. Most programmable thermostats are not programmed at all. We give remote control to those clients to be able to do it remotely when you have multiple locations. Also, just in food safety, being able to help you measure to make sure your coolers are at the right temperature because that's actually a risk management issue for a lot of our clients.
So, are you actually going in and doing those kinds of consultations with restaurant owners and saying, okay, HVAC, this is how much you could save, this is your consumption now, and these are the improvements you can make?
Yes, exactly. We have hardware and software that we can actually put directly on a panel. It's easily a retrofit. It takes less than a day to put in. We actually provision it. We put it in with your actual cost of energy at that location. So if you have multiple locations throughout the country or different regions, we can actually normalize for that. And then we measure it, and we can actually report. They have an enterprise level tool to look at all of their locations and drill down to individual ones. And then we actually have client success managers that actually help our clients say, hey, wait a minute, did you know this piece of equipment is a huge energy draw? Let's talk about the schedule that you're using. Are you leaving it on all the time? Should it go off at certain times? When are your peak periods? How can we help you manage that down? And it can be managed down.
So the trend over time then is for more energy efficient appliances and more energy efficient measures at the restaurant level, but is the energy cost then trending in the opposite direction? So you have to manage it in order to not be upside down each year.
Exactly. A lot of our clients deal with demand charges during peak periods. We can help manage that, and it's actually, instead of guessing at what's causing the problems or costing our clients issues, we're actually helping them with real empirical data to say, look, this is exactly how much this is costing you per year. We've got some great examples of clients that said, I had no idea we were leaving that on all the time. Or I had no idea that when we flipped that on in the morning at 6 and we closed at 11 o'clock, it only needed it for 4 hours a day. Why did I leave it on all day? And it may cost you $800, $1,000 a year. And again, that's real money. Multiply that by many locations, 10, 20, 30 locations, and you're talking real dollars.
Yeah, and how many of you out there have ever put the air conditioning on 72 degrees and through the day your staff, even if you put a little plastic box on it from Home Depot, they just take the screwdriver and pop it up and go up and down. And if you have something remotely, you can look at your smartphone and look at, oh my God, it's on 68 degrees. Let me put it back on where it goes. Is that correct? Is that stuff
exactly,
like that?
Exactly. We can allow clients to have control at the local level, plus or minus 2 or 3 degrees, so that the staff does have the ability to change things, but they don't have the ability to change it and leave it. And that's been the big problem. The shift change turn it up 4 or 5 degrees, hoping to cool it off or up really quickly. Then the shift changes, they forget about it. Next thing you know, it's freezing or too hot in the place, and you just wasted a lot of energy.
Or your manager at 11 o'clock at night is ready to go home, and you forget totally to turn the air off, and it runs all night with nobody in the place, right?
Exactly. Or, the big energy consumption on the roof is those rooftop units. So we can help you pinpoint is a unit short cycling, and let you repair it before it actually fails, because now we can help you manage your assets in the restaurant of saying, hey, look, I'd rather have this repaired before I have to have it replaced, and now I can do something proactive about it. That actually saves you money in terms of truck rolls and maintenance costs.
Oh, and to say nothing of the operational issue, because it seems as if your air conditioning is never going to go down unless it's your annual crawfish festival or your 4th of July weekend or Memorial weekend. It's only the busiest, most bustling time when you've got a line out the door that the air conditioning goes down.
Absolutely. Murphy looks around every corner. So we just really like to help our clients proactively take a look at what's happening at the restaurant level, help them make adjustments in their schedule, in their human behavior even, to, again, manage their energy costs down. We see an average return of about 10 to 20%. And the exciting thing is with the cost coming down for tools like this in general, the payback period is fluttering right about a year, which is unheard of in the industry.
Rob, do you see, I know 4 years ago it was all, let's go electric. I mean, a lot of power companies will give you incentives and everything. Last 4 years, electricity has gone up, way up in cost. Now, are we going back to gas, or what are you seeing as far as gas versus electric?
So far, I'm actually seeing a lot of, especially on the QSR side, I'm seeing a lot of focus on just electric only. I'm seeing less and less gas except for the hot water, and it kind of depends on the structure. There's a local fast food chain here that we're all pretty familiar with. I won't mention the name, but they're actually electric only. I just met with a small chain up in the Johnson City area. They are electric only. So I'm seeing a lot more electric and a lot less gas in general.
That's so interesting. So tell us, Rob, where would somebody go to find more information on energy statistics and ways to lower costs? How would they connect with you on the web?
Absolutely. Our website actually has a nice calculator. You can plug in some very elementary numbers from your electric bills and energy bills, and it will kind of give you an idea of what your payback and the ROI is. And that can be found at just our website, which is powerhousedynamics.com.
That's excellent. Well, I think that's just about all the time we have for this segment. It went really, really quickly. Remember, you can find us online. This is Eric and Robin Gagnon, and we're the restaurant brokers. We're at WeSellRestaurants.com. Please take a moment and like us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/WeSellRestaurants. Follow us on Twitter at Sell Restaurants. And, of course, we're on LinkedIn as well. We'll cross-connect you on our social media channels with our great guests from today. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Restaurant Reality.